This is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support y'all are constantly giving me. It's truly, truly a blessing. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you've been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting, give you good vibes that you want to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or empath that are going through trying times at the moment and need spiritual guidance or confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share in the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. I got my meditation music on in the background. I'm doing a very quick video because I'm about to go live in a few minutes. So I want to go ahead and do this video and go ahead and push it through because I don't know how I'm be able to, I don't know how I'm gonna feel after I do chat. So I want to go ahead and do this one as well. Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, do you carry the traits of being a Sigma? I seen somebody had wrote this down. I don't know, one of them social media websites. I don't know if it was here or on IG or something like that. I can't remember because I do so much research and stuff like that. And just pulling this up, and I found it very interesting. I got it on my phone right here. Just giving you the traits of knowing if you carry the characteristics of being a Sigma. It could be a Sigma, you know, it's like a fraternity or anything like that, but it's like a person that's really like a go-getter. I can really resonate with a lot of the things that comes up in this trait. And I was like, wow, you know, you learn new stuff about yourself as well as around you every day. The Sigma, it is like you care for your independence, your independent way of living, independent of way of thinking within yourself. You're not needing an external attachment or a person or even a situation to bring the happiness out in you. You choose to find that within yourself, within your knowing. You know, I had to go through a lot of healing within myself to find out, I validate myself. It doesn't matter what the next person thinks. It's about how you feel for yourself and not allowing yourself to change how you feel about yourself unless it's adding more, positivity towards the way where you uplift yourself instead of, what other people do. It's always good to have compliments from other people and people sending, positive vibrations towards your way. But it's mainly important about how you see yourself. It's just like if you have been in a job, I used to hear that I was I was a multitasker, and they always told me I was very pushy, and it wasn't about me being pushy because I know, well, let me not even say that because I know I'm very assertive. I mean what I say. I don't, tiptoe around certain things that I need to say. I just go ahead and do it. And it was just a lot of people weren't used to a female like me doing that. So I used to get that a lot, just don't have time for, to get influenced by others. It's either we connect or we just don't, being able to see past the different, perspectives of different things, being very open-minded about that. People are like, you're INFJ because you don't want to move outside of your perspective. I said, no, if your perspective to me makes sense, I can always agree to disagree. I'm like, oh, that's new insight and I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and study up on it. I never say I'm objective to it, but if it comes out like into a narrative, assuming, because like everybody has narcissistic traits. I had a situation like that. And I said that everybody's narcissistic to a certain extent. And I mean, some people are okay being open to be, wanting to be able to call that. No, I said I have narcissistic traits from the things I got exposed to as in growing up. But I'm allowing myself to detach from those situations. But I appreciate the experience that allowed me to know my right from wrong and being able to change that within myself. You're very successful in your jobs. Mine, it was like, did not know I was a Heyoka, because it's like every time I was at a job and I just stayed to myself, it was always drama coming towards me. I know I can say, okay, I added towards that tea cake of drama, but that other stuff, that's just ego and stuff like that, because I had to deal with a lot of females I worked with, and you already know how that is if you have to deal with a lot of females. And it's like, Sigma females reject social heresy. Does not get influenced by others. It's like in the workplace, you stand up for what she believes in and makes her voice heard. And that's with men too. I just don't want this just be for females, because I know it was about a Sigma female, but I want to be open for that to be on both. It's like you do sometimes get called bossy by men, or if it is by women. I remember the last situation I had with my job. It was to that point. One person was getting catered to the other one. I ain't putting out no personal business, but it was for certain reasons that I know I wouldn't go by. So it got to that point where I was always getting taken advantage of, or manipulate the situation and not hold that person accountable. And when it got to that point, we were all supposed to have a staff meeting. And when I popped off, and next I come from lunch and came back, me and my boss went head for head. Next thing I got some of my coworkers that, Roz, what are you doing? I said, what do you mean? It's like, well, what did you do to the boss man up in there? I forgot what his name was. And then he was just like, because he just got hauled off in an ambulance. I said, I didn't touch him. He said his heart was giving out. I was like, Lord, well, shoot, you took off on that, because I was just telling the truth. Now, whatever happened on to that was all up on you. Is that you get called bossy. It's like you're powerful and independent. You're power driven. A lot of people didn't like that about me. It's like, some people want you to be able to cater. They want to be that yes person. I ain't got time for that, because if I agree with you, I agree with you. If I don't, I just don't. I just don't have time for it. Boss be wanting to, brag about different things. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go ahead and get to work. He said, well, that's rude. I'm like, you ain't paying me to listen to how much you rub it in our faces about all the money that you get and that we are lacking. I'm not trying to entertain that. You paying me to do what I'm doing. And that's what I'm about to do. So you have a good day. I'll come back. Just cut that off, and it just, I've always been that power driven person. And it's just like, especially since I moved down to the South, I dealt with a lot of drama. It's like, it was like different employees be the mean person until they pull you out of that. And it was just like, just waiting till 90 days. I was always counting. My friends were laughing too. She was like, girl, it's like, why you keep on saying 89? Because when that other day hit and they got one more time, they getting red. And after I snapped, people had much respect for me after that. So I never really did that. I was always that person. My mom always told me I signed to a beat of my own drum. You're very independent. It also means that you're happy, both single and within a relationship. My relationship that's important with me right now is within myself. I have not submitted. I have not dated anybody for 4 years, and I appreciate that. I'm very serious about that situation. I know, everybody has a soulmate that God designed for you and mine. And I know mine is out there, but right now I'm just allowing myself to focus on my healing, to be in those type of situations to make you feel important. This relationship has to start with yourself. I've been in relationships, but I've also been in very toxic ones. But I put them all in the same, because there were life experiences that helped me heal to make me a wife material. And then you hoping whatever the person that's gravitating towards you, because whoever you're seeking is seeking you, that they learn from their past relationships as well. It says, they have so many amazing experiences to have to their self, and so many journeys to go on. The Sigma female or male will never settle for a relationship and only date when they are ready to. Just like I was saying, they're seen as intimidating. We're Heyokas. We carry intimidating vibrations. It's like the more you get strengthened. I mean, I got folks trying to spiritually block me on my growth, my abundance, all that. I had negativity. I had people threaten me. Like, if you say you're a Heyoka one more time, I'm going to get you. Last time I checked, this is my daggone channel. I say what I want. It's just like there is going to be people, and I always tell people that, especially if you're in a situation like this where you are a YouTuber or you're a social media influencer, when you're doing this type of lifestyle, you have to be able to form tough skin. I always tell people that if you're that type of one, you get easily hurt. This is where I've always had tough skin, but I just haven't never had to deal with this type of situation with people. I always try to tell people, especially when they're doing this, you're going to have negative people coming to you. And I bet you 9 times out of 10, the things that they saying up online, because you can't see what they're doing, because a lot of people have these private accounts and stuff, and they send out all BS. I guarantee you, if they saw you in your face, that whole scenario will change, because people get the thug texting and stuff like that here because they know that person's not going to see them. But it's that person, when you have that light within you that you want to share it with other people, that is that time where you're willing to, you're open towards a lot of people that are going to appreciate you, but there's going to be some that are going to be jealous of you and be you're going to intimidate them. So they'll find any kind of means to distract you, make you doubt yourself, block you on that hooju voodoo stuff. But like I said, when you know you are set and secure by the most powerful one, all powerful one, and you guys like, shoot, my family Creole, I ain't got to worry about all that. So, all that other stuff, I'll let my family deal with that type of spiritual stuff. But I love the experience because it's allowing me to grow within those experiences. And I always tell people that, you're going to have different things that is going to clash with you, especially with you being who you are. And the more you're becoming secure and confident about yourself, and at times, and I've seen this post and it's so true, when you have lacked that confidence for so long, when you finally get that confidence, you feel like a mild vibration of arrogance. When you be secure, it kind of makes you feel like you're trying to overpower other people. And that's not something that I want to even have. I say I'm secure in my own stuff. I work on being a better person of myself every single day. And that's what you need to do. And it says, they're just like their male counterparts, and just like female counterparts, we can be rebellious. We can be rebellious people. We enjoying things up a bit, stirring things up a bit, making other people question their social conventions, and can be very intimidating. Some people does not need others to make me happy. No, I don't. I have to be able to do that within myself. I'm always open to, be that person that can be that listener, as well as, people ask me for advice. And that is such a blessing to me. For me being on this type of platform, I get to where I can, converse with other people about situations I may be dealing with, especially here. I share my stuff to a certain level of situations that I know other people can really relate to. And it's just like we follow to a beat of our own drum. You would love to date, but that's not what you're looking for. I got out of that toxic vibration because that was me seeking validation, because I felt like if I was in a relationship, that was my role. And now it's just like, no, relationship with myself is the best thing right now. Is that it's just like when you finally get to know that type of person, they become, that best friend of yours. It says when people do not know a Sigma female, they will often or a male often be put off by how they appear in the world. There's a lot of time people are like, Roslynn, you come off me, because it's just the way my face is. I got that RBF face, and people don't know what RBF face is. You're arresting the itch face that, the B comes close contact. I always had that look on my face. It's very smug. Okay, I'm gonna be with you in just a second. It's like, you're loyal. You're a loyal person. And when people know that you are there to trust and count on, people rely on that. Hold on just a second, y'all. About to wrap up. You're very loyal towards people when they know that this is going to be a friendship, just like my brother from another mother, Andre, my cousin must be thinking about me. Anthony, he likes to support, and I like to be able to support him, and just being able to know that's a go-getter. He's always giving me that feedback. It's like, hey sis, we can do this. Let's do some more chats. And I'm like, hey, I want to do this. What you think about that? And it's just good when you can find that person that can really strongly connect with you, especially in the spiritual world. It was a blessing to be able to do that. There's a lot of people from here connect with me that when they need their advice, I try my best to be able to do it. There only sometimes I don't answer the text right away, maybe because I may be dealing with something at that time, or I need to recharge, or I just shut all communication off. I do that. But if it's like, I'm a friend to the end until your vibration and your actions give me otherwise, and then I cut off. And it still don't. It's like if I cut off from a person, even if you did some very shicey stuff, that don't mean you gain me as an enemy. I don't flow on that frequency. And it's like, we always seem very mysterious. People always tell me that. People always tell me that. If you know my story, you know my story. And it's a blessing if you know my story and you're still in that same vibration as respecting me and still see me as a good friend. I truly love you for that. There's people that really, really did me dirty when they found out my truth. So, all those different things took place, but it's just a blessing that people that know me on a deeper level. They still look at me at the same, we still appreciate each other. I always tell people I feel blessed that I can be a part of your journey as you're a part of mine. You see me, I don't see you, but I can see you spiritually. We spiritually connected. We always have been. We just always play different roles in our lives. That's why a lot of people like, Roslynn, I feel like I know you on a deeper level. Well, we don't introduce each other before. We're just playing different roles in the family. And there's a lot of things that I choose not to talk about in my life because I always see that it always brought out some heaviness or some very hurtful situations that I've been in that, I made peace with, but I choose to not, go off on those different things. There's certain things that just don't need to be repeated no more. I feel like, hey, if the universe guides you to my truth, then okay then, but I'm not about to tell on certain things that just, it just needed to be, laid to rest. So it's that some people, put in boxes. You can't put me in a box. I don't like being labeled. I just don't, like being labeled. People want to judge. It's like people want to judge you for who you are. Just remember that is their problem, not yours. That's right. Because how somebody judges you, I try not to make assumptions for people. It is what it is. But, if it's something that I know I can't stick my finger on, I usually go way back. It says, we can fit into social situations like I am here. I love being on YouTube. I love to be able to connect with y'all on so many different levels. And it's a blessing for us to be able to discuss our issues that we may be having, our struggles we may be, trying to push through, as well as the purpose within the world going through this huge transition on basically seeing truth. Everything is, is being out there. And they don't follow trends. I really don't. I'll make a trend before I follow one. And, it goes in a deep set like that. It's like a Sigma person can be confident and comfortable in their own skin and wear what they want and styling themselves however they wish. Yeah, it's just because somebody be, walking around there, they do, like, oh, they got this new thing, so let me go ahead and do that too. So, it goes there. You got your own pace. Like I said, I follow the beat of my own drum. I always tell people, especially if you want to do YouTube, don't feel like you need to know everything all at one time, because it's not going to happen. You're going to learn new things each and every day. If you're moving to the pace of where you want to progress at, that's going to work for you. That's going to aim you higher. When you be consistent, that's going to that's going to gain you higher. You have to be able to do what you're needing to do for yourself. Don't work through competing with people. When I first started this, when I told you I almost had a whole half heart attack by doing that, because I'm seeing so many YouTubers and they're big, but I had to be able to allow myself to, hey, number one, all people are on different ones. They're not doing the same thing you are. There's people that have been doing this for like 10, 15 years. People have different social media sites. They know big YouTubers that knew big YouTubers. It's all about who you know. and, being able to put yourself out there. So, it's like, I can't do that. I'm working up on my own, my own brand, and I'm okay with that, because all of it is working on me being authentic, me using my gift to be able to help people, me finding out new things. When universe sends me insight, I give it to you. So it's all about what you do in your own pace. You don't get pressure to expectations, where, oh, okay, I got to be 40, I'm 40 years old and I should have been married. I should have my own house right now. I should be able to own my own business. Everything can happen when it's supposed to happen. Don't sit up here and place those different pressures on yourself because of what other people are doing. But I will share this link on here to be able to for you to get a different, deeper, insight about it. I'm gonna go ahead and close this up so I can start this video up, because Anthony keeps on texting me. So much love. Hopefully I'll see you at the chat. We'll talk soon. Peace.